I can either use my computer. Look at it.
All right, we are here and we are live. Let's go. Let's get it, guys. Shit, it's been a little bit. Yeah.
Let's make sure it's working. Let's check.
Yeah, it's already ready to go. We're already up. We've already been running. We're already good. I already did my due diligence. For once.
Can they hear us?
For once.
Can they hear us is the question.
No, never hear us. They can't hear us.
Oh shit! Before you start, hit Control Alt Delete.
Control Alt Delete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and go to your DOS prompt and type in format C:.
Maybe close out of the game for nothing.
He did that. Sorry about that.
Not even funny.
That was a nerd joke.
That's right.
Nerd. How's everybody doing?
Oh yeah, guys, been a little bit.
19 months.
Yeah, living a life, living a dream.
Yeah, the dream, no doubt. About to play some Elder Scrolls, guys.
Looking forward
Man,
to
who's
watching
excited?
This. I've never played it.
Me neither.
Yeah, they originally made this game to be a fighting game, like an arena fighting,
Right.
and then they threw out some RPG elements into it, and then they just went to a whole story mode. And I don't know if the story is continuance upon what we're playing right now, or if it's like pre-lore of some kind. But I know a lot of the map is a lot of the same, but it changed after Daggerfall. They changed some of the territories around.
Oh.
Like
So
Skyrim's a land, Morrowind's a land, Daggerfall's a land. That makes sense. The next one will be somewhere in one of the territories that it is. That makes sense.
So what,
That's
so
what
what
they're
you're
named
saying
off
is
of.
that you're a real nerd when it comes to this game.
Comes to Oblivion, maybe. Oblivion was the GOAT. Well, actually, Morrowind was pretty good. Morrowind gave me the option to do anything and everything I wanted to do, and I'm like, this game is amazing. I can pickpocket, I can seal everything, I can create it. It was almost like playing Fable for the first time.
The nice thing about
Okay, I gotta turn this volume down. It's a little bit on the game, though. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
We're gonna select one real quick. The background audio is a little quiet. Oh, you know what? Let's go back. Oh, man, we should do the option. Hold on. I got an idea. Let me close out. Let's start it back up again.
Yeah.
And then
if I remember,
you can...
If I remember right, they didn't have, Morrowind was great for what it was, but it didn't have, like, fast travel and stuff. There was a lot
No,
of
you had to run everywhere.
compartment.
Yeah, you still had to do everything.
It's a running around.
I don't think it was till Oblivion you got rune stones that you could, like,
Yeah.
travel, but... And then,
Yeah.
obviously, Skyrim had the fast travel, but...
Yep.
Here, they have a pretty cool one on here. You could actually answer questions, and based on your answers to your questions, will give you your class.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about this one. This one was pretty cool. I got pretty deep into this when I was younger. I was probably 11th grade, 11 years old, probably 6th grade, 5th grade,
Wow.
somewhere along there.
Wow, you're old.
You are.
You're older than me, amigo. I don't want to hear it. 94.
I bet you weren't old enough to
You
do
graduated
this.
high school. Don't fucking come to me, cocksucker. You know what I'm talking about.
I was 9 years out of high school at that point.
9 years out of high school. Golly.
What year? What
90
year you said?
94?
94, they came
I
here
was-
out 94, 95.
I was almost graduated college.
I was 17.
I was able to do this.
Yeah!
Yeah.
The MIDI music's so great.
I wasn't able to do it legally, but I'd already done it. So it counts.
Yeah, let me try to I gotta go into the
Yeah.
game to turn this down. Let's generate our class by answering questions. 10 questions shall be asked. We determine the path to destiny. Scroll bars, roll parchment up. A, B, or C keys to answer questions. So how was...
Right now.
What's everybody getting into? Anything good lately? Anybody excited about anything coming out?
Star Wars, of course.
Ask Jago. He'll tell you.
Star Wars. On Friday. Or Thursday night, depending on how you bought it. Got it physically, of course, so getting it Friday after work.
Alright, let's check this out. Your cousin has been given a very embarrassing nickname, and even worse, likes to call you in front of your friends. You have been asked him to stop, but he finds an amusing way to watch you blush. What do? A. Make up an even more embarrassing nickname for him. Make up a story that makes your nickname a badge of honor. Or beat up your cousin and tell him if he had ever called you a nickname again, you're bloody him worse than this time.
Beat the crap out of him.
Alright, see this. Your father likes to tell you that he likes to play with your penis, travels to your youth. In a memorable tale, he tells you the primitive island he visited as a young child and sacrificed. A young child was sacrificed once a year to peace Arius, the god of fire. Or was it Arius, whatever. Alright. The island volcano was corrupt, killing hundreds of villagers, and they immediately tell your father. What do you tell your dad? You don't believe him? The god Arius must be evil and demand child sacrifices. It's tragic, but the death of the one small child is preferable to many villagers. I can barely read this text. It's so hard to read it.
Well, I heard you say penis.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm just gonna go random A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. Or C when in doubt, hit C, right? go straight C's. That's where we end up. I'm not going to be getting to it very long anyways. I gotta turn this volume down. It's blaring loud.
You was about to put me to sleep, dude.
Battle Mage.
What will be thy name, Battle Mage?
Jago the Battle Mage.
Today he identifies as a female.
Yeah.
Only if it benefits you.
First thing I'm gonna say when I go to jail. Jago's pretty. I'd hit it.
Wow, look at Jago. Ain't she cute?
I like the art style.
You can tell this was 94. Jesus.
Come on, this like back then when you had graphics like this on your screen, you were blown away.
Blown away. This looked good. This looked clear. This was like, oh my god, it almost looks real.
This was PC, right? Was this
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely PC.
Yeah. See, I didn't play on PC, so I didn't see anything
Do
like
not
this.
fear, for it is I.
16. Hey, that's 16
There are no
colors of
others left to carry on your fight.
Real. This is probably 32-bit time. 94?
What console was that? Was that 94?
Has taken on the guise of the true emperor.
Super
It
Nintendo.
must see you as a threat.
Super Nintendo, yeah.
Oh, that was 92. Super Nintendo.
Yeah, this
Well,
wasn't
so-
running. This
So it was
wasn't
94.
running on Nintendo. This wasn't running on no Super Nintendo.
Was the 94 like
No, but that
Sega or not Sega, but whatchamacallit? Didn't Sony PlayStation come out then?
Sony PlayStation was around in
wonder-
like 95 or something.
95, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what
Something like
I
that.
was, what I was looking at. Yeah, during that time period.
Yeah.
You can see where it draws a little bit from Doom
Oh yeah, most definitely.
and Duke Nukem.
Hold on, guys. Let me turn the detail up, alright? Hold on. I'm gonna make it high res.
Yeah.
Oh, much
do it.
better. Oh, much better.
800
Oh,
by
look at that.
600.
Woo. So much better.
Did you install the 4K? Did you install the 4K textures?
I did.
4K textures, yeah.
Woo. Alright.
Pushing the boundaries on that 8086.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm. Yep. First
I
time
mean,
seeing this.
94, technically, was that pre-Windows 95?
Yes.
What's up, General
yeah.
Spartan? How we doing? How we doing, Timmy?
Yeah, no.
What's up, Boogeyman? Nice to see you, brother. What's up, Dreadpool?
You'll notice the
Dread,
menu on the menu
Boogie.
said drop to DOS. So yeah, this is pre-Windows.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good for being pre-Windows, guys. So what's pretty cool about this one is it used to throw me off because this game you have to swipe with your mouse, whereas like any game after this you used to swipe with your space bar.
Which
But
way do you
this-
have to which way do you have to swipe if you like the girl?
You swipe both ways if you like the girl
Yeah.
these days. You
You
can't.
swipe. You swipe.
You can't
swipe
be.
both
You can't
ways.
be indifferent.
You can't exclude any. You got to be PC. Please correct. You know what I'm saying? You got to swipe both.
Oh, you mean you gotta play them on PC?
You open door with a ruby key. Thanks for telling me.
Jago, you look like you're really enjoying yourself there, brother.
Who, me?
No, Jago.
No, Jago.
No, it's just tripping me out when it's telling you you opened the door.
So you can go slow by barely putting the arrow up, and then to run you gotta move the arrow up to the top.
So
and then when you
control it
fight-
all with the mouse.
I see a goblin. I don't know how to fight. I think you gotta hold the left key down.
Put your finger on your nose.
You see,
Oh, I gotta
goblin.
run. This bitch is kicking my ass. Hold on.
You see defeat a goblin?
Oh, right here. You gotta hit this button right here. There you go. Now my fists are out. Damn it.
Oh, another thing that I want to tell you guys that's really cool about Dead Island 2 is they have this system where you have gasoline and water, and you can pour it,
Right.
and it affects the environment depending on where you're pouring it. You can throw it or pour it,
Really?
and it has this really cool, like, you can spread it in an area. You can just, like, if you use it on some of the acid, water gets rid of acid, water gets rid of fire. Or you can throw gasoline and light it on fire.
Even inadvertently.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really cool. It is really cool.
If you're using the machete that sparks when you hit things, throwing gasoline on the zombie and then sparking it is not a good idea.
No, not at all. But one thing that I like to do, there's big guys, like big grunts. What I like to do is I like to throw buckets of water or like containers of water at them, and then throw a car battery at them.
Yep, that'll do it every time. I noticed with the first time they showed me one of the big guys, he was standing next to an explosive tank, and he had a big skull over him. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to approach him, but I am going to blow that piece of shit up right there.
But I'm going to tell you my secret, or well, not my secret, but the thing that gets me through most of the stages with the bad guys is go for their legs.
Yep.
Go for their legs, because if they cannot walk, they'll crawl, and it's easier to jump on their faces when they're crawling. So,
and you know, Jay likes to jump on them faces.
I do.
He likes to sit on them, not jump on them.
Yeah.
Sit on my face
and tell me that you love me.
No, I actually watched like some gameplay here and there this weekend of it, and it looks cool. It does. Cause I didn't play Dying Light 2. I just I wasn't thinking about that game either. I don't know. I don't know. But,
I kind of wanted to play Dying Light and buy it, but I just haven't yet.
Honestly,
has anybody played it yet?
Dying Light 1 was phenomenal. Dying Light 2, I didn't care.
It was. That's the vibe I got from it too, Dave. Like, yeah, I'm not feeling Dying Light 2, but
the DLC for
Dead Island 2
was cool too. So
Dead Island 2 looks pretty cool, but I don't want to pay full price for it. Hell no.
Ooh, Scream 6 is on Paramount Plus already. Guess what I'm watching tonight?
Is that the one that just came out?
Yep.
In the movie theater? I saw it in the movie theater with that girl I was dating. It's your typical Scream. That's all I'll say.
Oh, I heard Evil Dead Rise was really good.
Yeah, I've heard it was great.
How soon you think? How soon you think Dead Island 2 will be out of price? 'Cause I almost bought it this weekend. I was like, nah.
Well, it's doing really well right now. I think they said they announced it had over 2 million sales.
About 6 months, Jago. 6 months, Jago. They have like some kind of Game of the Year edition or some shit. So yeah, about 6 months.
I'd love to have that $100 edition, but I don't want Dead Island 2 that bad.
No, I never buy those editions because I don't get, like, if I wanna buy the extra content, I'll just do it over time.
Like,
you don't need it to play the game.
The only reason I would want to get the $100 version because it comes with like a steelbook case, but I was like, I don't want the game that bad. I'll just buy it like the normal.
I was a little upset that I bought. I pre-ordered it and played the. Well, I didn't. Not upset I played it, but pre-ordered the deluxe edition for Hogwarts, and then got the cosmetics, and I'm like, I have nobody to show this to. Like, what's the point of buying the extra for that kind of game?
Right.
If you have nobody to show it to.
The only like I did it for Forza. I bought because it was gonna be on Game Pass. So I bought the $35 additional stuff from Game Pass, to make it, to give me the battle pass, or not the battle passes, but the extra cards and stuff. I did the same thing for Redfall. When Redfall comes out, I paid the extra $35, and I'm gonna get the 2 additional characters and whatever else they're releasing. Yeah.
What's this off of?
Are you talking about Redfall?
Redfall, okay. And that's May 2nd?
Yeah.
Next Tuesday.
Nice.
Actually, next Tuesday.
Yep.
What's up, Boogie?
this weekend it's all about the Jedi thing, and then hopefully
Hey,
all the
4GQ TV.
what's the story.
Tiki God, what's up, brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna be no life in Jedi Survivor this weekend.
Yeah, me too. Probably starting tomorrow night if it drops.
Is there any co-op in that, or no?
No,
No,
single player
no.
only,
Single
and
player
bigger.
only.
File size is bigger than shit,
But there is co-op in Dying Light or Dead Island too.
and
Who's
which
in
I
them?
haven't had a chance to try yet. I need to try that to see if that can help me get.
Well,
back
how about you and I do it? Because I
Okay.
don't have anyone to play this with.
Well, Flemish has it too because that's how come I have access to
Yeah,
it.
but I can't play with Flamers because Flamers mansplains everything.
I know it drives me
Mansplain.
crazy.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy too sometimes.
Hey, you gotta pick up that sword there
Hey,
from
you-
the ground. It's got five.
Yeah,
It's got
don't-
five power. No, Paul, don't touch that. No,
Yeah.
Jay, I have a healing pack. Don't heal yourself. No,
Yeah.
guys, go left. Go left.
Yeah,
Go up.
yeah.
No, guys. No, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Oh man, where you
Yeah.
going?
He does it to all of us every time, man. Every time.
I don't hear it because I usually mute them.
And then we hear, "Fuck him infinite not listening to me." And then,
Like, why does Josh like co-op games but never listens to me when I'm talking to him?
So, Carlo, how was my show today? Did you think it went over okay?
No, you did a great job, Paul. Yeah, it was a great interview.
Yeah, thank you. She's the one.
Oh, I'm
telling
sorry,
you that
T, you
she
don't
also
feel
wants
good,
to
brother.
come on 4GQ TV, dude.
Paul would I'm not Paul. Jay would love the toppings on pizza.
Where's pineapple?
Pineapple,
Among other
pepperoni,
things.
sausage, like sardines, some oysters.
No, I
There
don't
was a
do the
lot of stuff.
sardines.
There
I
was
do
a
the
lot of
sausage.
stuff.
I do the sausage in a heartbeat.
She's gonna try Sour Patch Kids on the pizza too. I heard.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I
Sour
see.
Patch Kids.
Tiki said he already pre-installed Jedi Survivor. I didn't think that you could install it till like midnight tonight.
No,
Can you pre-install it? now?
I already pre-installed the base. It'll grab the rest of it later today if it hadn't already. So
I
That's
tried
the-
to pre-install
That's
it.
the
like,
power of
2
the
days
of the
ago. It's like,
Xbox
nope.
experience, guys.
I know they said you could pre-install it today, but it was like 9 p.m. West Coast time, so it'd been midnight here. I'm like,
well,
okay.
let's see. I'm gonna look at my thing right
Yeah,
now. I
if I don't know, where the
already,
fuck am I
I
going
was
here?
able to pre-install part of it already, like 40 gig of it already last week.
To be fair, Paul, I didn't check today to see if I could pre-install it already. So maybe I don't know. I just know they said you can start pre-installing it. The videos I've watched, it was like at 9 p.m. West Coast time, and that'd be midnight our time.
Which makes sense. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe there's a loophole or something. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't check today. I was playing. Oh, I will say I finally. I said, screw it. Let me play through something else that's in my backlog. So I actually started Evil Within 1 again for like the second time. And that game is so fucking janky janky looking compared to the second one. It's all right.
The second one was pretty impressive actually.
It was, yeah, way better looking. Like you can tell they had way more of a budget for the second one. I mean, the first one's okay so far, but I'm not feeling it like I did the second one. The second one immediately hooked me. And it's definitely survival horror because they're very sparing on the healing syringes and the ammo. They intentionally make that game hard because they don't give you shit.
Right.
Well, mine's okay. So I just pulled up Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and it says it needs an update. So
I'll have to check it after we get off to see if I can install it or pre-install whatever. Yeah, I can't pick one up till I can pre-install it, but I can't actually pick up my copy until Friday after work. But it's gonna be pre-installed, so when I get home, I can start playing.
Right.
yeah, 44
Hey,
gig
that makes a
installed,
good
and-
idea. You can pre-install it. Oh, I was gonna ask whoop.
With you died our last
Damn, I
hope.
got it ready, guys. 5
Far
minutes into the
and
game.
wide,
by a
do what he
silly blonde
will.
man?
Yeah, I did. You
Sad
beat my
him to see
ass.
the beautiful land of Tamriel rotting
So,
from
yeah,
under
right
What's
now,
up,
his
Baxter?
feet.
How you doing, brother?
Goodbye. I
Right
wish
now,
you
my machine
peace
has
in
44
the
gig installed,
afterworld.
and the update is 104 gigs. So, at least you're
Well,
doing that
that
part.
means
It
I
looks
can
like
pre-install it then.
it means that it looks like it's better compartmentalized than Call of Duty is.
Yeah, that means I can pre-install it then because you're on the East Coast with me, so I don't know what the fuck they were talking about then with the pre-install time. They said 9 West Coast time, so they were
Well,
telling me
they
midnight.
sometimes they say that so stuff doesn't get slammed. To be honest,
I
so,
guess. Yeah, I'll have to pre-install it because you can even do that if you buy a physical copy. Infinite, you know that. Pre-install it.
I forgot. I didn't even think about it. Pre-install it so when you get the copies, come home and fucking throw it in the drive and you already got it installed.
Yeah.
I guess I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. It's just a key anyway. Whether
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you can pre-install anything, but if you didn't buy it, or have
Yeah,
the
but
disc, you can't
pre-installing
buy it.
games is still pretty new when you think about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But I love it because even if, like I said, you buy physical, you can still pre-install it, have the game installed, and then when you put the disc in, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I've done that, but like I would like digitally. You know what I mean? I never really thought about pre-downloading it and then throwing the disc in a drive. I didn't know if installing from the disc is thought maybe it'd be different.
No,
Wow.
because remember that even if you install from the disk, you're gonna have to download stuff because they said it's too big
yeah,
to fit
for
on
sure.
the disk. So,
Yeah, I mean, discs are basically about pointless as fuck now, you know. So But I
Discs
still
are
like
like
my physical
human
copy.
bodies. We're just shells.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
so yes, I've got the
I
the
still don't
update is
know
now
why-
going, so it's live. The update is definitely live. So,
Good.
There you go.
I'll pre-install it or start it. I'll start it tonight. I don't know why the hell they just didn't put 2 discs in the fucking box, but whatever.
well, we're all asking that question. Even that was my response too. I don't know if you saw it. Is why didn't they? You know, because I think it might have been one of the Mass Effects that actually had 3 discs at launch for the 360.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually
Rage
own
had
one-
Rage
I
had
own
4
one of the original
discs
Mass Effect.
for the 360.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It
The
did.
Bethesda
I had
game.
it, Yep.
Grand Theft Auto had 3 at 360.
Did it? I only
Yep.
remember Mass Effect because
It might have been 4. It might have been 3 install disc and one play disc.
well, and with like the one I was just talking about, that one, Mass Effect.
Mass
The
Effect. Mass Effect.
the first disc was the install disc. Once you did that, you were done, and then the game was on disc 2 and 3. So
Well, fuck, Cyberpunk had 2 discs. Remember? Didn't it?
no.
Yeah, but that
I
was
only
new
get
era.
disc
That
one.
was game. You couldn't play it just on this. You still had to download all the extra shit for it. I thought this was just something else. Like
I remember.
pretty much
I
saying you
remember
own the
buying-
game. That's about it.
I remember buying Final Fantasy VII on PC,
I was gonna say that, Jay.
and it was
they
on
had,
3 or
like,
4 discs.
fucking-
And
Yeah.
you know what sucked about it? One of the discs stopped working, therefore
Yeah.
I couldn't finish the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Finish the game, yep.
I have like a Final
PC was
Fantasy
a whole
game.
nother issue. PC multi-disc stuff was a whole nother issue.
See, I don't remember multi-disc PC things. I really don't.
Oh, I do. Oh,
What
yeah.
games
Oh,
were
yeah.
multi-disc for PC?
Diablo 2.
Yeah, that's true. That was 2 discs. Star Wars Galaxies was 4 discs. That was an online game.
Right. EverQuest was like EverQuest had 4 discs.
Did they have 4 discs? I thought it was. I thought. See, by the time I played EverQuest, it was on 1 disc. You got your 15-day free trial, and then you downloaded half the other game on it. So you only used the 1 disc. It's kind of like AOL. You use the disc just to get the $15 key.
But
But
see,
I-
I also remember the really old days of having on the 3-inch floppies and
Oh, yeah.
having 15
You get a
Fucking-
stack of like 50.
15 disc and disc 13 would fuck up. Yeah, it's like
I know. Such a pain in the ass.
or Windows. Windows really want 21 disc and it never failed that disc 18 was the fuck up. Yeah.
I remember the first time installing Photoshop on a PC. was on
dude.
like a ton of discs.
Yeah, I remember when what was it? One of the Windows came out. I think it may have been Windows 7, and they did the equivalent graphic for how many floppies it would have been on it. Like it was on like 90 floppies.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this Final Fantasy, what is this? 13-2 or whatever. This motherfucker has like 4 discs on it too. For the 360.
Dang.
Yeah.
My brother gave me this. Yeah, it's on a big book and everything else. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did
There was a few
Like it-
PlayStation there was a few games for Final Fantasy on the PlayStation 2 that had 2 discs. That was on the PlayStation 2.
Well, I do know why they didn't do this. They're just trying to make everybody go completely digital. That's what they're doing.
That's exactly what it is. Well, on some games back in the day on the PlayStation, I don't know if it was the same for the Xbox OG or not, but you could pop the disc out, put your music CD in, and play that while you played.
You could for
Right.
some games. They actually had that with the system. They had so you could play music for whatever your music was. You also for the 360, they also allowed you to rip
Oh, my God,
your,
again.
You died our
you
last
could rip your
hope for
music to the
justice.
hard drive and do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. Fucking pre-install it, throw the disc in, want to play it, blah blah.
Yeah, just make sure cartridge games didn't have multiple cartridges. Yeah, what is up with that? They were just too small back then, or what? That's a great question.
They
Why?
were tiny.
Just tiny games. We had the space to put them on, huh?
Dude, you would be amazed how small those games really were. Seriously.
I guess so.
I'm still shocked that they don't, to this day,
Well,
do cartridges.
I mean, look
They
at
do.
the file.
They
Look at some-
run those
Nintendo
ones all the
does.
time.
Infinite,
Or,
look at
I mean,
look at some of the file sizes of some of the old cartridge games you're playing. Those are tiny.
Yeah, I remember when they had they made a big deal out of having 32 meg carts on Super Nintendo. For,
Well,
well, I remember.
Fire.
But I had a backed up SD card for the Nintendo DS that the 32 gig carried the entire catalog on it, and that was for the DS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember when Sega came out with Strider, and that was like one of the biggest Sega Genesis games. It was 8 megabit, not byte,
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Well, you remember the big one for the Nintendo 64s? You had to get the memory pack to play Perfect Dark.
64
Right.
64 kilobits or something like that. Wasn't it small? How big was it? 38 megabytes? What? No, because that was PlayStation 2. How was the size for the one for the? Anybody know offhand?
what's
For
that? What's that
64?
again?
What's the size of the
N64,
storage, the memory card?
The memory card that you had to get to play Perfect Dark.
Do you remember the size of those? They're 8 megabyte for PlayStation 2, right? Or PlayStation 1?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, 2. I think for 2. I had some for PlayStation. I think you're right.
No, I'm talking about a different card. Remember, for the system itself,
Yeah,
you
it
had to plug in a special cartridge.
Yeah, right on top of the 64 where that had a little closed disc at. It had a closed door.
Yeah.
You used to pop
Yeah.
that bitch open. Yeah, I do remember, but there was it was a certain size that it used to say on there, I thought.
Well, for the additional memory
Yeah.
for the system, yeah, that's different than the memory card. That's
Yeah, I know. The memory card was for the save game that stuck in a controller.
Well, wasn't the first game that needed that extra memory? Wasn't that Donkey Kong Country? Or not? No, Donkey
no,
Kong.
I thought it was